No. What? I go wear that. What?
Do. The mission to revive the Real Housewives of Atlanta continues taking shape. Just in, Marlo, Hampton, and Sanya have not been asked back for the show's upcoming season. According to the Neighborhood Talk, Marlo and Sanya were told this week that their services would no longer be needed for the show. And not only that, none among them has been asked to come back even as friends, which indicates that their journey with the show is officially over.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
This news comes just a day after an announcement was made that New B will be getting a bite into the peach for the massive revamp. Reportedly, Ming Lee, a popular Atlanta-based businesswoman who is best known for having dated rapper RHOA, is rumored to have joined the cast for the upcoming season. And while we wait for the fates of Sheree and Drew, cast announcements have continued trickling in. Kandi has left the show after 14 years to focus on other projects, citing delays in contract arrivals for her leaving.
I just felt like they gave us too much time to think, and during that time I started working on some other projects, and I got some big announcements and big things coming soon, and I just was like, I like what I'm doing right now.
But now that reports of Phaedra's return arrive, some have wondered if that had anything to do with it. We know that Kandi vowed to never work with Phaedra Park ever again after that 9th season disaster. For those who don't know, in that season, Parks had spread a rumor that Kandi had gotten Porsha intoxicated with an intention of getting sexual with her. It eventually came out at that reunion that Phaedra had manipulated Porsha to peddle this false narrative. And now that Porsha is getting divorced from Simon Guobadia after just 15 months, the storylines for the upcoming season are getting beefed up. Kandi is out, Sanya is out, and Marlo is also out. What's going on with Drew and Sheree? Let's dive into all this RHOA casting tea. We are going to be taking a look at some of your reactions as well. Spill in the comments, hit the like button, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Welcome back to the Quench channel. It's confirmed Sanya and Marlo are officially out. They joined Kandi on the list of housewives who won't be returning on the show's next season. Kenya will remain, which is a really smart decision since she's really become the show's anchor at this point.
I'm still here and I'm still fabulous.
Well, you better preach now.
Right?
Now, let's talk about Phaedra for a second. Her resurgence seems to be on the cards. With her being on Married to Medicine while also on Traitors, it's clear that Phaedra is in a good position to rejoin and possibly redeem herself on the show. And if true, the question is, was she offered the peach before or after Kandi left? If it happened before, then that might be a big part of why Kandi decided to leave. And if it happened after, it could have been Bravo seeing an opportunity to work with Phaedra again. If that's what's best for reviving their most iconic cash cow, then so be it.
Is this your own point with it?
And now back to Marlo. As Kana said that she's basically been part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta since its earliest days. For years, she was part of the show in her capacity as friends of the show. However, over time, viewers began to fall in love with her personality and started railing behind her promotion to become a full-time housewife. But when it finally happened, her performance on the show, and emphasis on performance, she was blasted for being too contrived. It didn't take long before Marlo was butting heads with Kenya and Kandi, which is fine. Reality is what we want on these shows. But many people saw that drama as too forced, too stale, too repetitive, and quite unjustified. There was also the concern about her storylines. The whole thing with her nieces wasn't quite adding up for a lot of people. But honestly, I quite admired how Marlo was doing her best to give us access into a softer, more vulnerable, and realer side. Okay, she's also admired for her personal style and her ability to read down a hand. But I have to be honest, her fashion theme and boutique didn't land on the show. That said, I don't think we can downplay Marlo's impact on the show. She gave some of the funniest confessionals and really clocked in at the reunions. But the truth is, it always felt like her new role as a full-time peach holder kind of swallowed her a little bit. Waiting for no grass to grow, Marlo released a statement via People magazine. My contract with the Real Housewives of Atlanta ended when 15th season wrapped. This break from RHOA is a fresh start, allowing me the space to participate in new creative entertainment projects focused on my future and not reliving my past. I look forward to my continued relationship with Bravo and NBC Universal. Sanya, on the other hand, has lasted for only 2 seasons with the show. We already peeped the tea that she might not be coming back when she removed RHOA from her social media bios this week. But her run looks to have sped right through. No pun intended. And that's unfortunate because Sanya was bringing a bunch of things that we desperately needed on the show. She brought us back to family values and the platforming of established black women who bring accolades, trophies, and black excellence to the show. However, I think the timing was a little off because the cast was already not mixing very well and her arrival just felt a little misplaced. Sorry, Sanya. Now, the people are reacting. This user doesn't think the decision to let Marlo go was well thought through, tweeting, Marlo leaving with these Porsha news coming out is not a good decision. They need to be doing what's best for the show. #RHOA. And you know what? I can see that. There's a history there, and it would have been nice to be able to see how the history between some of the girls would have evolved in the new season. That said, we need newness on this show. Otherwise, they will not make it to the 20th season. And this user is not with that though. Getting rid of Marlo is one of the good things they've done in recent history. She should have never been allowed a full-time position. She's only good in small doses, and even that is a stretch. Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, huh?
Ish. Yeah, I think it's clear with the declining ratings that viewers really want change from the show. Like, we cannot go on like this. Too many recycled storylines, too many stale dynamics in the group. It's all played out after 15th season, and I think freshness is exactly what's needed. And even with the returning girls, Porsha and possibly Phaedra, hype alone won't carry. We are going to need transparency and for the girls to clock in. And at this rate, we are likely to get a full cast confirmation in the coming days. So keeping an eye on that, and we will be giving you all the tea. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to help our channel grow with you. Until next time, bye.